All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Lucas from ContentFries, and this is Content Fridays, episode number 20. And because it's basically something like 2.0, let's have a look at ContentFries 2.0 and a progress. And I know you're all curious about the release date and the first phase, and we will talk about that also today. And the goal is to release it kind of like a Christmas gift. So we are doing what we can to deliver it until Christmas, until 24th of December. So you can have it as a gift, kind of from our development, and use it this year. So you can start using it fully starting in January and to leverage all the additional features that it offers. So let me go and kind of, have a quick look at the ContentFries 2.0 in the current phase. And we have this toggle button with a theme and with a workspace. And basically, this is something that's globally available to you in the layout, so you can switch the theme and the workspace. The functionality is working on the backend, and we have to, stitch it into the layout. So that's one missing minor piece. Then we have this toggle button, which can, toggle between dark and light template, so you can use whichever you prefer. Maybe you like to use light template, so you can stick with it by using this button. And that's basically it. And this setting is then globally available, and you can switch it back to the dark theme anytime you want. Okay, so this is basically the toggle button. Many people were asking about this in the Facebook group. So this is how you can switch between light and dark mode. Very simple. Then we have this button, which is basically news integration. So you can click it and you can see what's new basically in ContentFries. And we are adding here news regarding ContentFries, the current version. That means this one, this 1.0. And later, definitely, we will also add more news related the 2.0 version, because that's the primary and that's the highest, kind of priority of our team. Then you have, your section where you see as who basically you're logged in, and you can go to your profile. When you go to your profile, it will take you to the profile section in the current application in the 1.0 version, where you can change your name and everything. And because this information and this data is the same basically in the 2.0 as well, this is one of the data that's shared between those two platforms. You can change it in the current layout, and then we will take that profile, migrate it to the new interface, so you can have everything in one place. But for now, for phase number 1, this is a sufficient solution, so you can use it as this. So that's basically for phase number 1 of 2.0 development, ready to be distributed in some kind of closed beta access for lifetime users and all active users of ContentFries. Okay, so that's the top navigation, the top bar that you have globally available. Then we have this dashboard. You can see when the usage reset is scheduled for your account, and when the limits will reset. That means all the transcription and rendering limits that you have that are monthly based, these limits will reset at this date. Okay, then we have some other statistics, and what's missing here is the chart that's indicating this transcript and export usage. So this is something that we will add to the phase number 1, but that's not something blocking the releasing, and that will be included in this section. Okay, then you can see your recent fries and recent potatoes. I don't have any potatoes in this account because potatoes and fries, there is these items are on a completely different, database. We are using different technology basically for a database storage for ContentFries 2.0. So that's why the actual pieces of content are not shared, and we will add some kind of migrator tool. So if you want to, as you can see, I have, I think, more than 150 pages of content in my account here. So we will add some kind of migrator that will take all your content and migrate it to the 2.0 structure. So you will not lose anything. This is just the difference between 1.0 and 2.0. And there are huge technology changes and what we are using in the backend. Okay, so that's why I don't have any fries or, excuse me, any potatoes in this account. And then basically this is related to the dashboard. Okay, you can add new content or upload, new fry and new potato, change the settings if you want to, transcription. I think this is much more user friendly. There is no more this kind of wizard where you go and you pick the trimmer or the context editor. You just pick between potato and fry, and this is not how it will look like in the release version. There will be one additional step that will explain exactly this and what's the potato for and what's the fry for. So to have it super clear and understandable. So you will pick if you are uploading potatoes or if you are uploading fries, and potatoes are for long form pieces of content that you want to chop up into several bite-sized pieces of content, like turn potato into fries. And fry is basically simple bite-sized piece of content. We are talking here especially about video, but also kind of audio content that you can turn into audiograms. So you can use ContentFries to do that as well. So you can upload, maybe you are not aware of that, but you can upload MP3 file, for example, and maybe it's 90 minutes long audio, and you can turn it into as many fries as you want and generate audiograms out of your long form audio. Maybe you are recording podcast and you are not recording it on camera. So this is something that you can do with ContentFries as well. So that just to make this super clear. And then from the transcription perspective, maybe you don't want to use the automatic generator. Maybe you want to upload SRT or some kind of subtitles file, or maybe some video script, or maybe you have the simply video script. Okay, in this case, the transcription minutes will not be used and subtracted from your account if you use these two options. And ContentFries will synchronize the text with the audio. That means it will generate all the subtitles and they will be correctly timed. And this is something that in this version of ContentFries and Uploader much cleaner and I think much more user friendly. Then you can choose obviously the language, and if you want to detect multiple speakers and also your vocabulary, this is something that you can customize in your profile and add some specific, for example, maybe you have some tech words or maybe your brand name. That's something that you can add to the vocabulary, and next time you use the automatic subtitles generator, ContentFries will recognize that word better and use it in the transcription. So that's something that it's enabled by default. There is no additional cost to this feature, and that's basically the same in the current version as well. Okay, then you can pick folder and also context. And then you go basically the third step and you finalize the upload. And what's interesting in this wizard or in this uploader is that you can upload up to 10 pieces of content at once in a bulk. You don't have to upload one piece after another. And, this is also some kind of improvement in the 2.0 version of ContentFries. Then we have potato section, and potato section with the fries section is very similar. As you can see, you have folders. Folders will be nested in the final product. Currently, there are simple, basically folders feature where you can, when I go to fries, you can drag and drop any kind of content and move it between folders as you want. And what's missing here is basically just the nested folders feature. So that's also something that's not blocking the release of one for phase number 1 that will be added eventually. But that's something that's good to know. As you can see, I have fries here, and I can bulk or select them. And as you can see, this action bar will be displayed. And basically, we'll be able to bulk export every piece of content by, in maybe 2 or 3 clicks. This is something that's also in the current version of ContentFries. Maybe you don't, maybe you are not aware of this feature. Let me refresh the page because I think there are some changes in my content. Okay, and I can, for example, work on my content and finalize everything. And this is something that we do when we are using ContentFries. This is some kind of inspiration, and this will be the same in ContentFries 2.0. And this is something that I like, but I don't think many people are aware of this. Okay, for example, I finalize all my content and I don't export any of these intentionally. Okay, when I'm done with the working on my content pieces, I can select them like this, and export selected will export all my contexts. That means this particular export will export 15 videos, and when that is ready, when that's done, I can download all that pieces of content in a bulk, in a zip file. Okay, so this is something that's, I think, good to know. Maybe that's not very, known in the community. As you can see, bulk export is now happening, and it is exporting, as you can see, many pieces of content simultaneously. And this will be done just in a minute, basically. So that's something that will be kept in the 2.0 version as well, because I really like this feature. And also on top of that, we will also add a button to export all your fries or pieces of content as an audio file, and that will also download some kind of zip archive where you can find all those, fries and turn them into audio. So you can use it, on top of the blog post as an audio version of the article, or whatever you prefer. Maybe share it as a podcast via Anchor FM on all the blog or podcast platforms. So that's something, some other improvement that will be in the 2.0 version as well. Bulk delete and everything. That's basically bulk related features, because you probably want to automate and save time. So this kind of workflow will help you with that. And also that's basically, I think, all regarding this layout. So a huge improvement here is that you can switch between workspaces, and you can also use folders. And for folders, interesting, thing that folders have is that folders are shared between potatoes, fries, and other sections of ContentFries 2.0. And it's up to you how you want to use folders. Maybe you would like to create a folder for fries, a second folder for potatoes. Maybe you want to separate folders and create separate folders for different clients, or and keep all the potatoes and fries related to those clients in those folders. So it's up to you, okay, how you can use it, or how you would use the folders feature. And that's something that many people are asking for. So this is coming out in the phase number 1 as well, but not with the nested functionality that will be eventually added. Then we have templates. Templates should be basically the same as I have them in my account here. So let me just check. I was not checking, or I was testing it, but not on this environment. But as you can see, those templates are the same. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's the same as in the current version. And I can also, select all the templates, delete them if I want, or go to global templates and then copy the. I obviously cannot delete, global template, because that's not something that's under my account, but we will add more global templates with our graphic designer soon. And if you, for example, like this template, you can, copy it just by opening it to your local template, as I have it here, and then you can customize it to your needs. So you can change the photo background that I have here with some different photo of yours, for example, and then use it for audio repurposing into audiograms. So this is something that's possible with ContentFries in the current version as well. And this is templates, and then we have contexts. This is last missing section of ContentFries 2.0. Also in the backend, everything is ready, but we just have to add contexts, and those contexts will be the same as in the current version, with a slight minor change. Contexts will be also, we decided to make contexts also local and global. That means global context will be, for example, Facebook Square video, and we will keep and check Facebook and changes that Facebook made. For example, currently the maximum time limit of Facebook video, if I remember correctly, is 10 minutes. Maybe that time is now increase or decrease, whatever. I don't have this information in my head, but we will check on all the platforms, and if there is some change, we will change it in the global context. Okay, so you don't have to, remember all the different settings that different, platforms have, and we will update those in a global context. Because currently, in the current version, when you go to global or menu items, and we also have some, naming changes, menu items, basically, menu items in current version is only here, mentioned only here, but by menu items we mean contexts, okay? And everywhere else we use the word contexts. So we decided to, make these everywhere the same, and this is basically it. So okay, forget these menu items. Think we are talking here about context. And the way how it works in 1.0 is that when you register your account, it will take global contexts and copy them in your account. But from that point, it will not reflect any changes that might happen. And that happened, for example, with the IGTV video. IGTV, basically, I'm not sure. I think IGTV is currently just Instagram video, and also TikTok video. As you can see, we have this 15 seconds video, And this is correct. I think the longest TikTok video that you can upload is currently 10 minutes. Maybe it's longer. I'm not sure. But in the past, no, it was only 1 minute. And when TikTok decided to change it, there was a problem that every user had to change the context manually. They had to go here and click this edit button and then modify the maximum length, here to 600 seconds or 10 minutes or whatever, save, and then the change was reflected in their account. But in the 2.0 version, there will be local and global context, so you can copy, global context from the system to your account if you want to customize it somehow, or in the future also apply some kind of integration with social media to that context. That means when we add integration with Facebook and options to schedule and publish content on Facebook or Instagram, you can go to context section and copy Facebook video context to your local context, add integration to it, and ContentFries will be able from that point schedule all the Facebook videos to your Facebook group or Facebook page or whatever. So that's something that we also are thinking about, and that's regarding contexts. Okay, so that's basically all the changes for now, and there will definitely be more changes in 2.0 version. This is just scratching the surface. And now let's go to 1.0, and there is one interesting option now currently that you can use anytime you need. And we definitely hope you will not have to use it frequently or as less as possible. And that's this option, report basically some kind of issue or maybe some feedback if you want. You can also use it for feedback. And you just click on that icon, and that icon is available globally in ContentFries 1.0, and it will generate a screenshot of the current page where you are at, and then you can report some issue or bug. So something just we will type in here, and steps to reproduce, and what is the actual result that you are getting, and the expected result. And this can help us dramatically with this way we don't have to replicate your issue on our end, and this can help us dramatically, really hugely increase the and just to help you faster and resolve that issue as soon as possible. And we will have a look at and we are checking these. This will be all the issues that you report. We will go to the backend, to the section that we are checking, and this is something that we will have a look every day. It doesn't matter if it's a weekend or what day it is, unless it's Christmas or something like that. And so because the support is available during working days, but if you have some kind of issue that's blocking you to finish some kind of work for your client, that's definitely that has higher priority as opposed to when you need, for example, an invoice or something, and you lost it and you just need it. You can wait to Monday for stuff like this, and issues that's blocking you to get your work done are higher priority. That's why this is something that we will look on a daily basis, and this is why when you have anything that's a bug, or you think it's an issue or whatever, I really recommend you to report it by using this tool. And for example, when I go to context editor, I decided to, use these kind of checkbox or how we can say it, or that we added this here as kind of, uh, start something new. We can start doing some kind of bug hunting on these content Fridays. So let me just, play with this piece of content and some issue that's really not, it's basically happening to one user, but at least from what we know, and we have, huge logs and we can see what's happening behind the scenes, and in case of any error we can see where that error happened and replicate all the steps. And one issue that's really bothering me, and we are not able to replicate it in any manner, is that one user is using these toggle layers or simple trimmer. Maybe you are not even aware of this feature in context editor, but you can use this to, for example, get a partial export out of this context. Okay, that means when I want to, export just these sections of this fry, let me zoom in, then you can do it like this. And when you play the video, just see what happens. Okay, it will just play all the selected parts. Okay, and it will cut out all that's not somehow marked like this. So I can move and I can, scroll here and add any sections. And that particular user, what he is experiencing when he is doing these, his page is refreshing and without any kind of warning or without any of that. So please just, if you have a minute and maybe you are not using this feature, try it. And if you have the same, please use this report issue button and report it to our support so we can check and see what's happening. But maybe it's not even, some kind of ContentFries bug, maybe some kind of hardware issue. It might be anything. Okay, so this is, first season or first episode with bug hunting. I will just play with it here just to show you that, it's not happening. And we tried this obviously under many, I'm using Mac, but we also tried it in Windows and in different browsers, and we did not have that particular issue anywhere. So that's why this is keeping me awake at nights, because I really don't want to have something like that in the app to happen to anyone. Okay, so basically I can do this for hours and it will not refresh the page. Okay, but here, when I hit the shortcut to refresh the page, it should display this reload site notification because my changes are not saved. Okay, so this is to prevent me from accidentally refresh the page. So I just have to save my changes, and now I should be able to refresh the page normally. Okay, so this is something that I wanted to try during the live recording of Content Fridays, just to show you some option that you maybe was not aware of, and just to replicate the issue that that particular user is getting. And as you can see, it's working as expected and on my end. Okay, so when I play the video, as you can see now, I have these blue zones. So when you need some kind of simple, editing, or maybe some kind of simple video trimming, you can use this. Okay, so Maybe I don't want to use these sections anymore, so I can get rid of them like this. Now I go back, and when I play the video, as you can see, ContentFries will play only the highlighted parts. Okay, so that's maybe also something that you were not aware of. And there is one issue that I think there is still, and that's related to sound wave. And we also added some fixes. You can see them in the roadmap. So when I add, for example, the rectangle, it was jumping off randomly. Now it's not happening. So let me get rid of that. And we are just, kind of hunting some kind of bug. When you were resizing circle also, okay, no problem. Okay, get rid of it. Ellipse, maybe when we do something like this, maybe I'll rotate it. Okay, everything without any issues. Start might be slightly okay. So it is behaving as intended. And then we have this sound wave. And I think what will happen here is as soon as I play the video, okay, we have the sound wave here, and this is the default behavior. I have to click it, and when I want to adjust it, there is some minor issue when I go to advanced settings, and when I go or maybe click this tab button, as you can see, nothing happens, and I have to change, for example, these bars. And in case like this, when something is not working as you are expecting, you can use the report issue button. Okay, so let me use it. As you can see, when I switch top, bottom, center, nothing is happening unless I customize something else. So let me add it to the tab, and I can now report this particular issue. And the video in the screenshot will be black, and that's how it should be. Okay, this is the behavior as it basically is. This is not an issue. This is as it should be. Okay, so don't worry about that when you see a black video in the placeholder or in the screenshot. Now I can do something like this. Okay, I have this arrow here, and for example, I can point it to this section, and orientation changes not reflecting. Okay, and steps to reproduce, add sound wave. Okay, I can keep it short and sweet. So first step is add a sound wave. Second step is change the orientation. And actual result is orientation is not reflecting in the context editor. Expected result, orientation should change. Okay, so short and sweet, nothing dramatic, simple, and easy to report. It's up to how you write the description. If we understand that nothing of this basically matters, we should be able to understand it from the screenshot, basically. Okay, so if you can keep it short, if that's possible, and when we hit the send feedback, it will be sent, and you can then check and see how the feedback, if there is some comment from the development or something like that, and that's basically something new. And I think this will really dramatically help us with the customer support to get rid of any kind of issues or any bugs or anything that you find. We aim to fix issues like these in under 24 hours. Okay, and in case we are not able to do that, we will this is a low priority issue. We know about this, and I used this as an example to show you how it works and to explain the process of bug reporting. Okay, but maybe you find something that's more serious. So this is how you can report the issue, and we aim to fix all issues in under 24 hours. And sometimes something can happen. For example, you are working with a trimmer, and sometimes the queue and all the rendering servers might be at full capacity. So in moments like these, it happens really occasionally that some render might get delayed, or when we are working on some kind of update or maintenance, that also might delay some rendering and exporting. But that's not happening very often. That's really rare. So maybe just check back in 30 minutes or so if everything is generated. And if not, you can report issues anytime you want. Obviously, also subtitles needs few minutes to generate and stuff like that. So that's just something you have to keep in mind. And then for example, let me go to and check the progress indicator. We can change it to double, and play the video. And it will go from this upper left corner to the bottom right corner. So everything is right here. Maybe I can decrease the width to something like 6. This looks pretty nice. And also there is quadruple, which goes like this around basically the video. And okay, so that's the progress indicator. Then you can add and try maybe some image. Maybe I'm talking about some car, and that car is red. Or maybe let me see if there is some kind of red Ferrari, for example. Okay, and I can add it kind of like B-roll into my video, and just choose it, and the image is now here. So I will center it like this, and maybe cover, so it will take all the space of the context like this. Or maybe you want to contain it, or maybe you want to have it smaller and rotate it like this here. So you can really add nice B-roll of images like this. And also we are working on support for video overlays and GIFs overlays. And you can also apply transitions. So maybe you want to add some kind of transition like, maybe, let me see, maybe this one. And this is in transition. Then we can also use it as an out transition. And now the video, as you can see, or the image will be here in this section of the video. And when we export it, it will contain also the transition. But in this particular case, let me go back and go to uploads or whatever. Okay, I think it's clear what the bug hunting means. Okay, I'm just playing with the ContentFries and looking for some kind of unusual behaviors or some kind of issues, and we found basically one issue that we are aware of with the audio or with the sound wave element. And now let me export this context, and I will also go back. I was this earlier in this Content Fridays episode, and this one is really long. As you can see, the video here is exporting, and now I have all my fries or context that I selected like this. All videos are now exported, and now I can check them and click this button, download exported, and this will initiate the zip process. Behind the scenes, ContentFries will download all these videos and create a zip archive, and I can then download. Basically, downloading will uh, start automatically as soon as that process is done. So let me keep the page opened. As you can see now, also this video is exported. So let me go there and download it, and I will show you the where it is. As you can see, this is the uh, plate. Okay, so as you can see on top of the video, there is the audio visualizer, and we have also the image as a B-roll. And as you can see, it has that in and out transition. So that's also maybe something that you were not aware of. So we are definitely showing some more advanced use cases of ContentFries, and maybe those are valuable for you, and maybe you can implement them in your workflow. As you can see, the bulk exporting is now initiated, and I'm on a really not not sure on what connection, but as you can see, my internet is super slow, so I will cancel it because I don't want to you know cancel or have some issues with the live stream. But when that's downloaded, basically you just open the zip file, and all the contacts, all 15 videos will be there, and they will be separated by the context. That means Facebook video folder will have 3 videos, Instagram will have 3 videos, LinkedIn and YouTube will also have 3 videos, and that's how it is in the zip file. Okay, so I think we covered a lot of different techniques and stuff in ContentFries, what you can do, and also the new reporting issue. As you can see, this is the bulk export downloaded. It was I think initiated multiple times, so that's also something we will store in our backlogs, and have to look into it why the download is starting multiple times, but that's not a big deal. As you can see, I have 15 videos separated by the context. As you can see, Instagram video, LinkedIn, YouTube, everything that I exported is here, and now I can take all of those and schedule them anywhere I want. Okay, so this is the bulk exporting feature, and how it is exporting and downloading in a zip file. So that's it for today. Let me see if we have some kind of oh my god, I'm streaming for 40 minutes. That's funny. When does 2.0 come out? I was talking about this earlier. Maybe you were not. Let me just display this. I'm not able to. I'm really lame with Restream. How can I show the? Doesn't matter. When does 2.0 come out? Just to repeat, we aim to release it before Christmas, or in the upcoming week. In the phase number 1, go to contentfries.com/blog, and there is explained what all the different phases means. Or I was talking about different phases, I think, in the previous Content Fridays video. And no, this is not ContentFries 2.0. This is ContentFries 2.0. From the interface, from the layout perspective, where you have workspaces, themes, and so tags and stuff like that. So, but the context editor and the trimmer will be the same in the phase number 1. These two will be new in phase number 3 or so. So definitely check out previous video of Content Fridays to get or to understand it better. Video checks, excellent. Thank you, Kim. You are the only one that I can see the name of because you are, commenting on YouTube. Then we have next comment here. Can we try the beta version? If you have lifetime account or active ContentFries account, you will be able to try the beta version really soon. So we aim to release it. Let me repeat what I was starting with this Content Fridays episode. We are aiming to release Content Fridays 2.0 in phase number 1 in the upcoming week. There are some minor things that are left that we need to finish before that happens. And other than that, I think 2.0 will be really, really great. And what we have is a great fundamental and roots for the future. We will continue definitely to improve on the 2.0 version. We are also working on integration with social media. I should have a call. You reminded me I have a call, and developer is probably waiting for me. Hopefully, he's still available. So we are just in the process of making all the integrations. Also, that's phase number 2 is regarding the integration. So let me recap all the phases in as fast as possible. There are 5 different phases of ContentFries 2.0 development. ContentFries 1.0 is basically what you see here, and ContentFries 2.0 is happening simultaneously to that, but it's more ContentFries 2.0 phase number 2 is more backend related, because 2.0 or phase number 2, sorry, is about integrations with social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, and more integrations that we are working on and that we will add to the 2.0 versions as soon as they are ready. Phase number 1 is regarding all the organization features differences. That means you can organize your content in different workspaces, in different folders, nested folders, and bulk uploads, and many more improvements compared to the 1.0 version. Then this phase number 3 is about new context editor and about new trimmer, because in the phase number 1 and 2, the trimmer and the context editor will be embedded into the interface. It works great from what I was able to see. And it's basically, it has a reason, so we can release phase number 1 as soon as possible, because the most difficult section of ContentFries migration is definitely probably the context editor, then the trimmer, then the quotes editor. So that's why we decided to make this kind of phases, and that's phase 3. And phase 4 and all the future phases are all additional features, stuff like text to video. So you copy and paste a script of the video. This is also a tool that we were working, I think in 2021 it's 70% or so complete, and that's also a feature that will be included in ContentFries 2.0. Stuff like video merger and many more. So everything is mentioned, I think, in the blog post, and I will also write a new kind of blog post, because many people are asking about this frequently. So that will be your go-to point when you want to get more information regarding 2.0 version. So hopefully this answers your question. To recap, phase number 1 in a week or so, definitely to the end of the year. And also my wife, this is something that I'm dealing with personally. My wife is with a child, and we are expecting that newborn to be with us. Really, it might happen anytime soon. And I really hope it will happen as it is basically planned. I hope it will not happen before that, so we can reveal or publish phase number one as soon as possible, in case it will happen, tomorrow, or what, it might get, the 2.0 might get delayed, because family first. So that's also something that I have to mention. But I hope everything will go as we are counting on, or how would I say it, and the 2.0 will get released in this week. So that's all, guys. Thank you very much for your questions and for watching this long. This episode was really long compared to others. And I believe the next Friday I will show you ContentFries 2.0 in a closed beta version, where you will have access. If you have working ContentFries account, you will be able to go there from your profile. And the last thing I forgot to mention is that you can go to your profile here, and you can also get these strategies swipe files and 7 days content challenge. And this is a really valuable bonuses that you have at your disposal. So if you have lifetime account, you will see these in your profile. So definitely, go and grab these. And we will also add a link to your profile to the 2.0 version. So we will be able to, as soon as it gets released, you will be able to visit 2.0 version from your profile and start using it, and testing and playing with it as you want. So that's all, guys. Thank you very much for being awesome, and I see you